Hello, hello. I just thought I'd hop on and see if anybody out there is open for some chatting. So come on in and we can sit and talk about the day. I don't know where, oh, where. Let's see. There. That's what I want. Hello, Wanda. How are you? Pop out the chat, put it over here so I can see it. Hello, Heather. Bedtime. Uh, Sleep well, Heather. Hello, Peter. I just felt like doing a little chatting. It's always good to have people to talk to. Sweet dreams, Heather. How are you doing, Wanda? How's that little babushka? Let's see if anybody wants to pop up. Let's do this and put pin it and we'll be good to go. So anybody that wants to come up, feel free. I wish there was a way to. Mm, I don't know how to do that.
Someone in the chat, someone in the chat got word my nephew who's on a nuclear armed sub
Hello.
is deployed, but he can't say where.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I
Okay.
heard your phone before.
Well, because there's interesting things going on in other parts of the world, and I didn't know if you were going live or not because I did my live, and as you saw, you saw in my live, I was like, I couldn't
Preoccupied.
talk because I've been keeping in touch and by text and all that, but anyhow. So,
No,
hi,
no
Wanda.
news, huh?
Hello, Peter. Hello, Heather. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think so. But I didn't know if you're. I was hoping you. If anybody was going to go live, you would. I figured Heather wouldn't because it's her bedtime, and of course, and
Yeah,
she does need her rest.
she
But
definitely does.
you know, I know that I'm not planning on staying on long myself because it's like I got to get back in a routine and type thing. I mean, I figure if I stayed up until midnight, then okay, you know, I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. I don't want to stay up too late either.
My
As
issue is
long
that
as I can be.
the more I drink of this, the more I wake up at night and have to go to the restroom.
Yep, and that's never fun. I know. That's why I'm supposed to be taking my water pills twice a day, and I'd have to take it at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Otherwise, I'm up all night going
Yeah,
back and forth to the bathroom.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I take furosemide one time, but then I take another water pill. I take one in the morning and then furosemide in the evening, but it's two different pills.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, well, look who you're talking about. It's like, but yeah, that I got the phone call from Trey, and it was like I thought it was just Trey, say, hey, I'm sorry, I hadn't got money, and and all that stuff, but oh no, yeah,
Yeah.
that just kind of slapped me in the face, and I was not ready for it, and it's like because he knows how much I mean, it's like if I heard about something about you, then but we know how much he works and how much he does and how
Yeah.
busy he is and all that jazz. And so it's like one of those things where, I offered, I said, you need me to come down there. Obviously I'd have to drive because I don't have, my dog is not, I don't put my dog in a kennel or a doggy hotel, whatever you want to call them. And,
Mm,
I need to fix something here.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
So video, no, it's all done. Okay.
So we still don't know anything about how Jessica's doing or
Well, the last I knew that, he was there, and so by her side, and other than that, that's about all I know.
hello, Troy.
All right, brother Troy, and good night, Heaven's Fire. But
Yeah, she's got to get some sleep.
well, yeah, she definitely does. She needs her rest and all. It's like
Yeah.
the every now and then on Facebook, which I know you don't have Facebook, but there's a picture. There's a picture of a police officer, and if you look at him, he's up in age. He's done it for longer years than I have, and so he's older, way older than myself. And he says, I just got off a night shift and I'm only 29. And you look at him and it's like, yeah, man, that made you an old man quick, type, or an old officer quick. So, yeah.
Mm,
And that's the thing I keep trying, and I don't mean to harp on it, but that's the thing I keep trying to get with Trey about. I said, you're going to have to slow down and try to just do the things you got to do, go be at your work and then be at home. But all these other things, you need to try to pull the reins back so that
yeah.
you're not staying up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, well, that's what Heather's been doing too. I mean, she's been getting, 4 or 5 hours sleep a night, and that's it. And she's working 7 days a week. That's ridiculous.
Well,
And it's not a short day either.
no, and it's not healthy or mentally healthy for a person
No,
to be
it's
doing
just
that. I
too
mean,
much stress.
and it's just too much stress, too much drama. No matter who it is, not just Heather, because I don't know, somebody else in chat or your followers may have that as well. Those who watch the replay, you know.
Yeah. Well, Wanda's one, that's for sure.
Well, hopefully Henry's feeling better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't figure you were going on live or not, and so the other channel that I've got pulled up here, but I've got it muted. I'm watching the chat so I can get alerts, but I went in. I said, "Well, I'm gonna go in there and sit," and so I was moving things, letting Faith out, and then I got notified that you were live, and I was like, "Oh, darn it!" So turn around, grab everything, come back in here, and jump on the laptop again. Hi,
I
Peter.
didn't mean to ruin your night.
You didn't know. No. That's not my intention. It's just that it's like how we were talking. I need to learn that YouTube doesn't control me, because I try to watch every one of my subscribers that I watch and that I'm subscribed to. I try to watch their things and say hello, leave a comment, hit the like button, make sure I'm subscribed, and do all that, because excuse me, pardon me, it's not my fault. Somebody else in Rebecca's live yawned
and got you going.
But anyhow, it's just, they take the time out to say hello, leave in the chat, make a comment and all this. And it's like, they took that time out. I should be able to take the time out. But oh my goodness, it's almost like I need to, what is the word? Time management better.
Yeah, it's like YouTube is like a second job.
So how did you like my comment that I said the mod mother?
Yeah.
I saw that you picked up on it.
I said I did say LOL.
And you did say the mod farmer, and for like Paul, bless Paul. I tell you what,
I know.
I wish I lived closer to him so I could at least attend his church, and support him, because not only does he do a lot of supporting, Dale and Nana, or Lisa from 9 Acre Family Farms, do a lot of supporting.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Gillum and Christine from Gillum's Farms. There's so many great and wonderful people in this community.
Yep, I love them all. And I try to support everyone. Well,
you tell me how you do it so I can learn.
It's hard. It's getting to the point where I can't keep up with everybody's videos, and I end up sitting here on YouTube most of the day.
Well, see, and I'm not gonna say your situation. My situation is I'm the guy that feeds the dog, walks the dog, lets the dog out, does the dishes, does the cooking, makes the coffee, sweeps, vacuums, dust. Oh God, I hate dusting. Does the laundry, folds the laundry, which is another one I don't like. If I could pay somebody to fold the clothes, and I had the money to do it, I would.
Yep.
But luckily,
I know what you mean. I would love to have a housekeeper.
Yeah. That, or what was the housekeeper in the cartoon, the Jetsons? What was the Rosie the
Rosie the robot?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. For a robot in the cartoon, she was a sweetheart.
Yep. She was always cleaning up. They'd drop something on the floor and she'd pick it up.
Yep. But yeah, it's like, apparently me taking a shower today did not help this dry skin. I have got to get me a humidifier.
Yeah, tell me about it. My hands, I my hands spend so much time in water. You'd think that they'd be
Moisturize.
moist,
Yeah.
but no, they're dry as a bone and they're cracking and
Yeah, I mean, I can sit here.
sandpaper.
It's like I can look at my hands, and it looks like, you know how when you go out in the summertime and you get sunburn, but it's not peeling that big. It's this little bitty stuff.
Yeah, the little flakes.
So I'm like,
I know. Yeah, no, I don't get up at 7 a.m. I haven't done that since I was
if I get up
working.
at 7 a.m. to let the dog out or go to the restroom at
That-
7:10 or whatever, I'm back taking a
I'm
nap.
back in the bed. Yeah, back in the bed, trying to get back to sleep again. I know. Been there, done that.
You know, it just. But apparently I had some rain, and I haven't checked the radar because, of course, everything has just, been busy. But now
Peter says,
oh,
I'm sorry, what?
no, ladies first, please.
Well, I was just going to read what Peter said. Dusting, fold clothes. That's crazy.
Amen. Yeah. But you have to remember, Peter, at my house, it's an older house. The windows need to be replaced because I can stand next to a window and I can feel the cold.
That breeze coming in.
Well, I can feel a draft and all that. And so, I almost convinced myself that I was going to start looking for other properties. And because this is the first time I've ever owned a home that's on, I guess you call it pier and beam or whatever. It's not a concrete slab. And it's not a tiny house, but it's actually two houses in one that they had the original house and then they added on to it. And it just amazes me because my cousin had he had vinyl siding. He had that removed. Please look down.
Ah, who do we have?
I think you know who it is. I know who it is.
I gotta. Ah,
come on.
absolutely.
You're up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but I can only see half of you. You're like
Yeah.
You're like this. There you are.
I'll move over. Because I was looking at the thing down below while I was sitting down there. Let me see if I can do something with my camera. There we go.
Do you want me to change the pictures like that? Is that better?
Hang on.
That looks good.
I've got to get ready for this.
Why?
Okay, I'm prepared.
Why? No, you're not. I am so ticked off with the USPS big time.
So you got my text message.
Oh, yes, I did.
That was this evening. And of course, I checked it this morning and still nada. I checked it the evening, nada. And
What the heck did they do with it?
go ahead,
I
Miss
think-
Rebecca.
I think someone took it.
I do too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because here's the funny thing. On her receipt, all the other packages that were sent out, those people received theirs. I am the only one that's on that receipt that has not got their package. And,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, here's the other catch 22.
This is the other catch. The blanket that I shipped to Flash Ministries, Karen, went through the same St. Louis place, and she's got her blanket.
Paul Case got his stuff.
Paul Case got his stuff, and it went through St. Louis. It went through St. Louis.
And it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm at the point where tomorrow, I'm so used to doing this late night. Tomorrow, I didn't know if you're going to follow up or with the attorney general, the postmaster general or postmaster, and say, are y'all ever going to get off your keisters and do something?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it's just, if not, then I thought about calling them and saying, what do you got to do? Because the other catch 22 that I was going to say is that because the only reason why I'm putting up such a fuss about it is that it was handmade by Miss Rebecca. It's priceless. Number one, it's not that I've already paid for them, but it's still priceless to me because it's heartfelt from her. And because she handmade it, it's not like I purchased it from Amazon where I can call Amazon up and go, hey, I need a refund or I need to do this. No, the U.S. Postal Service is saying if we try to file a claim on it, guess what they require?
Receipts. Store receipts.
Yeah.
I don't have store.
You're not going to find a store receipt for a handmade item.
No.
I mean, she's called the people she shipped it through. I've called my local post office, and it's like, well, we'll send them an email and see if they respond. Well, they have not responded.
Big surprise.
And it just irks me, and just in my gut tells me that, like she said, that somebody has taken it.
Yep. Somebody stole it.
Someone stole it.
And it appalls me that somebody who works for the U.S. Postal Service has taken it. I mean, that's almost as bad as a police officer being a bad cop, in my opinion.
Yeah. They're out there, though.
I know. Because always in my interviews in law enforcement, they say, well, what would you do? And they're doing scenarios, but what would you do if you pulled over a vehicle, you went up, identified yourself, did the 7 steps of contact, and you found out that this person was an officer of a neighboring city or just a police officer or a deputy sheriff or whatever? What would you do? I'd say, well, in the state of Texas, the laws do not say that police officers are exempt from the state laws or federal laws. I said I would do my due diligence and I would act upon it. I.e., if they were intoxicated, or if it's a minor infraction of a speeding ticket, if you give if you ever got a traffic ticket from me, it's because you deserved it.
Yeah.
I did not give out. I did not have a quota. I did not give out tickets because number one, we're all human. Number two, we make mistakes. We do things. Now, if somebody tried to lie to me, if somebody tried to bribe me, if somebody tried to bribe me by doing certain things, I would probably just, yeah. But on the other, but at the same time, I'm not saying cops are exempt from the law. Is my point. But
Yeah.
nor should the USPS people. That's the reason why I'm ready for the not Attorney General brain, the Postmaster General to get involved and start an investigation. So I don't know if you're going to call them since you're the sender per se, but I think that we need to get something moving on this before it's forgotten or it's been so long that they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's like
because
one was the Santa hat, and I have just a little bit of that yarn left. I don't have enough to make another hat.
Yeah, Lori was there, if I recall correctly.
I remember.
And it was like, providing instructions. Hey, Rebecca, no, back over here, and no, that one right there, and it was like that one. I just, tunnel vision.
Yeah. It's kind of like, when Nancy and I seen that you guys went live, I thought, okay, they came to my live. Now I need to go to their live.
Well,
it's spread the love around.
Yep, absolutely. Much appreciated. Trust me.
Now everybody gets to see my hair. I took it off.
Without the little
All right, Lori, what song am I thinking right now? Because she just did that with her hair. What song am I thinking?
Long, beautiful hair.
Got it.
Shining, gleaming, streaming, flaxing, waxing. Get me down to there. Hair.
Yes,
shoulder length or longer.
Right on the nose, Miss Lori.
Here, baby, there, mama.
I do not
Everyone, daddy, hair. You don't remember that?
No.
That's from the stupid Broadway show Hair.
Oh. I didn't ever go see
that. Oh, that was, you did not want to go there, trust me.
You're in with two people that are, the 60s people.
Yeah, well, I'm a 50s person.
Oh yeah, but you transposed over to the 60s.
I've been through everything since the 50s.
What was that song? I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah. Across the desert, bare man. Johnny Cash.
I used to listen to his songs until he came up with a song, and my name is Sue. And I was like, wait a minute, that's my mom's name. Do not, no.
Well, that's no reason to dislike Johnny Cash because he happened to pick the wrong name. That was a funny song. My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die.
Yeah. And there's BB.
I agree, Scotty.
I agree, Scotty. That's the reason why I said it doesn't matter if you're a police officer, if you're a doctor, if you're a politician. Well, we know about politicians or lawyers. We know about them too. But anyway, but it doesn't matter what profession you're in, and it doesn't matter what race, and it doesn't matter what sex you are, meaning male versus female.
There's only two.
Well, I know, but I just didn't want the word sex to get you a strike, meaning that we were going to get, triple F type
Yeah,
thing. But
like,
anyway, I'm referring to that. Doesn't matter who you are. Number one is we all bleed the same color and we all bleed, but everybody, there's good and bad of every profession, unfortunately.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Do you see my cat? Do you see my cat back there?
I've been watching that.
Yeah.
That's BB.
And then I see the dog down below.
Yes, that's Denver.
Denver's doing the same thing Faith is doing.
Twitching his paws like he's dreaming.
So let me ask you this, Miss Rebecca. If you and Ronald do catch a bus, you have my phone number.
Yes, I do.
I'm hoping that I have cell service because I've never been to Eufaula. But if you need, if you say, hey, I'm in so and so, can somebody pick me up or pick us up? I'll respond, and if I can, and darn good and well, I'll either come myself or, of course, Faith will be with me. But we will come pick you up, or if push comes to shove, I will get somebody because I have to laugh. You have to understand the back seat of my truck, because it's a 4-door. Faith rides back there. Faith sheds. There's dog hair everywhere.
Everywhere.
Do you know that I have one of the, because I had a truck, I have one of those things you can put on the back seat.
Well, here's the thing. I started to get one of those things for the back seat. But the problem I have is that my back seat, the back part where your back would go up against, those things, you usually have a clip and you put them over the back headrest. My truck does not have headrest in the back. So I couldn't come up with a way
to hook it on.
To hook it up with. So that's how come I haven't got one. I have during the spring and all that and or fall, I can roll down the windows and it looks like it's snowing in my truck because there's dog hair all over the place. And it doesn't matter if I go spend an hour at the local car wash and vacuum it out. There's always a hair somewhere.
Did I say hi to Peter?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know,
Peter, if I didn't.
He does on rare occasions, but my clothes are never folded.
Those are never folded.
I'm about there with you, Peter. I really am, because I'm just like, if I can put them on hangers, I will. But there's certain things that have.
I don't have any closets.
Well, trust me. I've got 1, 2, 3 closets. Over on this closet over here in this room, I have like all of my military stuff. I've got my extra, how can I put it, police gear that I had and all that jazz. And then in another closet, I've got all the like winter clothes and all that. And then in my closet in the master bedroom, I've got, T-shirts and things that I wear, pretty much on a common thing. But the problem I'm coming up with is that I've changed hangers from all those little Walmart plastic hangers to wooden hangers.
Oh, nice.
I need to buy more wooden hangers because I'm phasing out. Well, the problem is that I've had those plastic hangers so long, I reach up and grab a T-shirt and try pulling the T-shirt off the hanger, they'll break.
And it breaks, yeah.
And so that's the reason why I'm phasing them out. They got me through, that time period. But, as I can and as I go along, I go, hey, I got extra money. I will buy some more hangers when I get ready to.
Yeah. pick up a few here and there.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what garage sales there will happen around here.
Are you going to go to the Tin Killer meetup in at that Johnny and Christine are
ma'am.
having? Okay,
I'm
that'll
going
be the first one I go to.
I'm going to Tin Killer, and in May I'll be going to Mid America.
Well, I'm hoping I have a car by then, by May. April, I'm not so sure about.
But the reason why I'm going to Mid America is because of the fact that Trey couldn't make Tin Killer because he would be at work. But supposedly, oh boy, he will be. He's available. He's not working for Mid America, so that's the reason why I've scheduled that.
Okay.
Because I don't know how, or it's God's will that Trey and I have met, but we have become good friends, and he's a good person.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be surprised at how tall I am. So I'm not.
Don't. I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want to be taken the wrong way. Well, are you above 5'11"?
I know I used to be 5'10", but they say I'm 5'8", and I'm not 5'8".
That's right.
I'm about probably 5'9".
Well, I'm 6'5" with stiletto heels.
Okay. Ronald's 6'3". Yeah.
Well, I'm 5'11", at last I knew.
Well, as we get older, we shrink.
I'm not shrinking in one area.
I understand that one.
Let's just say that when I worked at the school, I could play Santa without a pillow. And that's
we're going to get a tail thumping.
Uh-oh. Denver's up and around, wagging the tail. Hi, Denver.
Is there Ronald over there or something?
Must be, because Denver's wagging the tail.
Yeah.
I hear Ronald.
Denver, sit.
Look at that. Oh, hi, Mom. What's going on?
What a good boy.
We send Blue out first to do his business.
Stay.
And then we send Denver out. Blue likes to try to take over as top dog. He's an intact man.
And then they start yapping at each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not good.
If I start yawning, it's not my fault. Denver just yawned. I saw it.
I know it. Yeah.
Hi, Ronald.
Hi, Ronald.
Hi.
How you doing,
How
sir?
are ya?
You need to look at the camera, Ronald. Not the TV, the camera.
I'm looking at Chris, Texas Raider, and Lori's prepping for heaven, and Rebecca touched by yarn, and here I am.
How are you, Ronald?
It's good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, I had to look at the TV because the picture there is bigger. Private chat. I got a cat that done 1, 2, 3 spots on my arm.
That's Gigi. There's Gigi.
BB did that to me.
Oh, yeah.
Put three holes in my arm, and I actually bled from them.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I think we need to clip
Cats.
toenails for that boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
Cats tend
that's
to
a pretty
be-
bird. My brother before had a pull that down. Take a picture of this. Take a look at this.
get ready to magnify her, Miss Lori.
Yes, sir. Hold on a second.
I don't know what the bird is.
Oh.
Let's see here. I don't need you that big.
That's kind of bright.
I turned it down. Well,
It looks like it's got a long beak.
Show 'em. Use a camera and show them.
there we go.
Yeah, it did have a long beak.
Oh, pretty. Oh, what is that?
I have no idea what bird it is. I'd have to, let me do this real quick. Take a picture of, no, that's not the camera I want to use because this one's a little more involved than my other phone.
Oh.
We'll find out what this bird is.
They're called colorful birds, and there's a whole bunch of them.
Come on. It's called a rainbow bee eater.
A bee eater?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, it eats bees. That ain't good.
It's not good if they're eating honeybees, but
Yeah.
the cats are fighting now.
Darn
We got a
cat.
cat fight. Everybody place your bets.
It will be the female that wins. Why don't you get Blue in? Yeah.
I like it. Denver's just like, is it my turn yet?
Yes, it will be. Go get Blue, please.
After I get rid of this water.
Oh, okay. We take our dog's water away at night, so we don't get woke up at night saying, "Oh, I got to go to the potty."
Yeah,
They don't really
that's a
need
good
to drink.
idea.
They don't need to drink.
That's an excellent idea. So you don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to the dog coming over and going, I gotta go.
So
Yeah,
do you have
you got that. You got that right, Scotty, for sure.
oh yeah.
Come here, Blue. Blue. Go
Absolutely.
Denver. Go Denver.
Hold it. Stay.
Ronald, would you please wait? I wanted to get him and show him to people. That's why I
Oh.
come here, Blue. Blue, come.
Blue, go.
Blue,
Go that way.
Blue,
Go.
come here, Blue. Now sit.
Sit.
See that massive boy?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This one
Okay.
is English Mastiff and Lab Cross.
I thought he looked lab, but he definitely has the size.
Of a mastiff.
The head is definitely mastiff looking.
Yeah.
Look at
Big
that.
Blue.
Look at that chest
Oh.
on that dog.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
this, Rebecca, because you have dogs and cats, whereas I have a dog, and you're going to be going to 10 Killer. How or what are you going to do?
We have someone here that'll take care of them.
Okay.
So no, I won't be bringing the boys.
Okay. Well, darn.
If I have my own car, I will. And we have pins that we set up and
Kennels.
Kennels, yes.
Well,
And dog pens.
I have a kennel like yours that's down there in your picture for Faith, but it's like if I left Faith in a kennel at the hotel or the lodge.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. That is one thing they say when you're at a motel. You can't leave your dog there. You have to bring them. And a lot of people, didn't realize, but Denver is my service dog. But he's getting older. And this one I'm training to do, if I fall down, before I even hit the ground, Denver was standing up. And then Blue stood up to help me get up because people are trying to help me get up. And I'm like, no, I need my dog. And Ronald unhooked him and he came right over to me to help when I fall. He helps me get up.
Yeah, Denver knows exactly what to do when I unleash him and let him go. He knows exactly what to do.
That's
I
good.
don't have to tell him anything.
You see how big this boy is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's just not a lab. You can see that in his face that there's something else there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely a big dog. Strong.
Very. Blue, kennel. Blue, kennel. Good boy. See?
Well-behaved dog.
So let me ask you this.
Very.
You've got Denver and you've got Blue trained.
Yes.
Have you trained Ronald?
No.
I'm joking, Ronald.
Oh.
I don't even think he even knew it. He was busy having a snack. So.
Because
He's
trust me,
munching.
there is some things that my brother does that absolutely scares me, and he won't listen to me. Oh, Ronald, get Denver in.
See, that's one thing I have not been blessed with. I have a sister who's 4 years older than I am. But my sister
Denver, come here. Denver
is
come here. Right here. Come here. No. Come here.
Joe. Joseph.
my sister is a special needs person and has been since she was very young. And now that both our parents have passed away, I have been blessed to at least have a say in certain things, but I have not got guardianship because unfortunately attorneys want it's like trying to get custody of a child, it's very expensive. And everybody was like, well, why don't you check with these people and legal help and legal aid and all this other stuff? And I go, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, with Social Security and my police pension, it puts me in a bracket to where they say, oh, we can't help you because you're not, you make too much money. And, so it is what it is. So I do they call me if she's had a bad day. They call, let me know. They include me in their meetings. So I feel blessed that at least they're allowing me to be involved.
Yeah.
But
do you have contact with the guardian?
Well, the guardian is yes. I mean, where she's at, she was in a state school in Texas, and where I lived in Texas, it was an 8-hour drive. Now that I've moved north it is now about a 13-hour plus drive
Oh, wow.
because she's down on the Texas coast and I'm up here almost to Kansas. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
But the thing that I promote the most is I do not call a person with a disability, whatever it may be. I will not say whatever it is in because everybody is different. You respect their disability, and I will say that my sister is special needs because my sister is nonverbal. She doesn't know how to talk, and she's really not been in a public school or school whatsoever in her entire life. So, but that's why if somebody is like would be on my channel on a live or something and would use a word or terminology to describe my sister, or they just say the word, I will say, can you please refrain from using that word, because back in the day they used to call the people like my sister mental retarded, and I just prefer not to. I just prefer it to be said special needs.
There's a channel that they have a daughter that's autistic, nonverbal, that lives in Florida.
She definitely knows how to communicate. Even though she's special, she definitely knows how to communicate with the people that she's with. They know her.
Yeah.
And they know exactly what she's saying.
Yeah. Well, when you are living with someone, people have asked me, well, at the time, they asked, I was working. And so there was no way I could incorporate my sister into my household because I could not give care, because my sister, she loves to explore. And if there's an unlocked or even a locked door from the inside, she'll get out, and next thing you know, who knows where she's at. If it's not fenced in or something like that, she likes going out and seeing flowers, watching the birds, feeling the sunshine, things like that. So. But
Hello, Amy.
oh my
Hi,
goodness!
Amy.
How are you?
Hello, my sister and neighbor. I hope you're doing well tonight, Miss Amy.
Yes.
And Chris and Faith and plus one and the whole Leonard family.
Whole family, the whole mountain.
Yeah. Maybe they ought to do a show instead of calling it Walton's Mountain. They need to call it Leonard Mountain.
Leonard Mountain.
There. I put your chat on my phone. I love this little holder. It's for a car, but it works. Yeah. Guess I could have turned on the iPad.
I don't think it'd work for my flip phone.
Usually I'm not on the computer, but I am tonight.
I was wondering because I kept seeing you grab your phone, and I said, well, she's got to be on the computer.
Yeah.
Yes, I am on the computer tonight. I
know. I'm up.
Because
Yeah, it's a little late for you, isn't it?
the yarn that's in these containers, not the ones on the bottom, but the ones on the top and the ones at the top are my baby yarn. And I got to get started on Amy's granddaughter's blanket soon
Ah,
for Grumpy's.
Well, I don't know if anybody else wants to jump on, but I'm probably going to jump off because things are
Didn't answer.
staying busy on this other one, and things are happening that have got my attention, and I don't want to be taking up a panel position, so I will probably drop back into the chat version.
okie dokie.
Because there are several things going on currently, and I won't go into it.
Have you heard from Trey yet?
The last time I heard from him was about almost 8 p.m. right before I went to live. Now it was 7:57. So, but anyhow, if anybody else wants to come up on panel, please.
There's always room for more.
Who's Donald?
I think, yes.
Donald and Ronald.
She said that. She fixed it.
Okay, Amy.
Well, my parents thought at first that they were going to name me Donald, and I would have been the Triple D, but they decided on Ronald instead. I wish they would have gone with the Triple D because they wouldn't have kept confusing us kids. They'd call me Roscoe, they'd call Rebecca Roscoe, they'd call me Rebecca sometimes, and they'd call me Roscoe sometimes. They constantly messed up on our names because we're all R's at the end.
All ours.
So they call me everything except my name sometimes.
That's how my sister-in-law's family, all her kids start with A. All 4 of them.
Oh man, what a nightmare that'd be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like dressing twins up exactly alike. People are obsessed with weird things like that.
Well, I did find out something interesting about my name, Ronald. Ron in Hebrew means joy.
Being what?
In Hebrew means joy.
He muted himself purposely, maybe.
Yeah, hang on. Let me turn this down again. I'm going to jump into the chat version, folks, because I need to pay attention to this. So, Miss Lori, hugs. Miss Rebecca,
Hugs.
give
Love
them
ya.
a call tomorrow and give them HE double hockey
Oh,
stick.
you know I will.
And I will talk with you in chat or whatever tomorrow. Ronald's looking for a pot of gold.
No, he loves.
Looking for the
He
pooch.
just loves laying down there with the dog.
I don't blame him. I do too. So good night. I'll say good night, Ronald, and I will see everybody in chat. So
Okay.
All righty. Good night,
Have a
Chris.
nice evening.
thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
That's what my brother does.
Yeah.
Well, I
He
can't
loves-
say that I blame him. I used to do the same thing with my dog when I was when I still had her.
If I were to get down there,
He can't get back up.
I can't get back up.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do it now. No way. Nope. I need if I'm on the floor if I get down there, I can't get up. So I have to have my son, the moose, come over and give me a hand. And as long as he's got my hand and I got his hand, he can pull me back up again. But I can't get off the floor by myself. Just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the live was really nice tonight. Thank you guys for coming
It
over.
was.
You know,
It was very nice. It was very good. I'm glad
Okay.
we actually could get over there and show you the love you deserve,
Thank you, Lori.
because you do so much for everybody.
Well, it's
You
just
know,
it's just something that I enjoy doing, you know, making things for people, and gives me something to do.
Yep.
You know, to
it's
be able to get things
very
done.
nice.
Oh boy. My body's starting to tell me I'm getting tired.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I almost yawned. Don't do that.
Chris started it.
No, my
No,
dog
actually
started
Denver
it.
did.
Denver started it.
I moved to Missouri in 1998 when I was 40.
Hi, Karma.
Did you
Hello,
hear me?
Karma.
Yeah, Karma's in here.
Hi, Karma.
She came in. And it's kind
I
of
know she was in your live too, getting ready for bed.
It's amazing. My brother and I both have been losing weight, which is so good. Healthy for us.
Yep. It's always a good thing. I've been losing a little bit too. I was actually surprised. I got on the scale yesterday morning and I said, oh, wow. I haven't been on the scale for a couple of weeks. And I had lost a few pounds back then, maybe 4 or 5 pounds. And now I lost another 10-ish. It's like, yeah, that's not a bad thing. I haven't been eating as many sweets and chips. I had gotten into the habit of taking chips, corn chips, you know, the triangle corn chips, the white corn chips, and having them with salsa, either the red or the cheese. And I'd sit there and, you know, eat a half a bag of chips with salsa. It's like, yeah, that's not a good idea.
I'll let Amy know what I've been doing is before I eat breakfast, I drink a 16 ounces. It's a bottle that I have that holds a little over 16 ounces. I drink that before I eat breakfast. And then once I finish that bottle, I wait a half an hour to eat, and I eat less.
Yep.
You know, that's basically you fill yourself up on water, not coffee, because coffee dehydrates you. People, you got to drink water.
Yes, it does.
You got
That's
to
true.
drink. You got to drink water. You know, so, and I drink a gallon of water a day.
Wow. That's a lot.
So it's how much I drink in a day. Yeah,
I drink a lot of water in the summertime, but not so much in the wintertime. I've been drinking juice. I have my cranberry grape juice.
Ooh.
I drink
That
2 or
sounds
3 of those cups full of juice every day, which is good for, the vitamins, and it is liquid. It's always a good thing to put in your system.
Oh, you're trying to put on 50 pounds. Yeah, he kind of lost a lot of weight. Troy did.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't eating. He couldn't eat. He was having a hard time eating anything because he was having a hard time swallowing.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's definitely not the way you want to lose weight.
For sure. It's been really interesting. I used to not do a lot of our cooking, but I do now, eating healthier and just making things at home. And there's the BB. Yes, BB. Here comes my kitty.
Hi, Mom.
Come here, BB. Here's BB.
Hi, baby. Oh, you're a cute kitty.
You're such a good boy. This cat used to be a feral cat. Yep. That's Mr. BB.
Mr.
Big boy.
Baby.
Big boy. Just call him Big Boy. Basically, he lived on a farm out in the
Good
barn.
night, Amy.
Good night, Amy. He used to live out in a barn, and I brought him to get fixed and then take him back, but people didn't want him back. And this cat, I had put them in large dog crates, 2 of them to a cage with their litter box. This one got out of the cage. A wild feral cat in my house. What I ended up doing to catch him was I brought in a live bait trap and put canned tuna in there. He got caught. And then I got him fixed. And he started realizing, hey, this person isn't so bad. She's feeding me.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't take long before they start getting a little more friendly to the hand that feeds them.
Oh yes. So he's a really good mouser. He takes care of, because I do live out in the country. He does take care of the mice when they come in my house.
Yep.
Yeah.
My cats used to do that too.
Brother sick.
Unfortunately, we don't have a cat anymore, so
Niece's nephew.
it's the traps.
Mother, father.
No, BB. He's clawing me. Like, I don't need you clawing me, boy.
He goes after the whole family. That's what he does.
Troy, didn't you have a stroke? I think that's what he had.
Yeah, I think that was why he was having a hard time swallowing. Because when you have a stroke, it can leave nerve damage in various parts of your body. Usually it's either on one side or the other.
Most people don't realize that if you have a stroke on your left hemisphere, the right side controls that. It's your right side that will have the paralysis. It's the opposite. wherever your
Yeah.
stroke was.
Yeah, my dad had strokes. He was a tough old guy. He had a massive heart attack when he was 57. And after that, he was okay for a few years, although he couldn't work anymore. He definitely had a lot of heart damage and ended up on disability because he could not work anymore because his heart stopped beating for 4 minutes. And our family doctor refused to give up on him, and he just kept pounding his chest. And he wouldn't let him go. All the doctors, the rest of the doctors in the ER, they're saying, you got to let him go. He's gone. He's gone. And he said, no, he's got 3 little kids at home. He needs to be alive. Yeah. So, but about 10, 15 years later, he started having strokes. And he'd have a slight stroke and a slight stroke and a slight stroke, and then he had a massive stroke. And that put him in a wheelchair. But he was tough. He lived another 20 years after, almost 20 years, 15 years, 20 years. Let's see, he was 57 when he had the stroke. Yeah. That was in 57. Yeah, 15 years he lived. So it must have been 10 years later that he had the stroke. The first one. But anyway, he was a tough old guy. But he was totally paralyzed on his right side. If you end up paralyzed on your left side, that's definitely not a good thing because that affects your heart.
There's my dog banging his tail.
Thump, thump, thump.
Okay.
Smooshy caddy.
He wants to play. No.
Come here, Phoebe.
No.
Phoebe.
I need to.
He wants to play.
See what I got here?
Hi, Phoebe.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, Troy. I'm sorry.
You see
What do you
these?
got?
They're for
Oh,
clipping my cat's toenails. Their claws.
oh, really?
Yes, these are
Let me
Small
biggify you. Oh, yeah.
that's what I use.
Oh, that's
Coming
cool.
towards you.
I know he is. My cat's down here. No, I'm not going to clip your toenails. We have to burrito him. You understand what burrito means, right?
You wrapping them up?
And then I bring one paw out at a time and clip, 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 clip. Yes, these are for clippers for cats. Yes. Most people will use human clippers. I will not. I will not use. Ow.
He's
Yeah, that's not a good idea. you got to be careful with cats because they're the quick goes very far down
Well,
their
because
toe,
cats you
down the
can
claw.
see them because they're clear. You know, and all I do is I take off where the bend is. I take that off.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you cut too far, you can clip their quick, and then they can bleed to death.
I look
You know,
for
they
where
start
I don't
bleeding,
get
and it can't.
I
It
don't get
won't
close
stop.
to where that quick is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, kitty.
You got to be really careful with that.
Ooh, keep your claws in, kid. See?
So you're playing with my toes.
Behave yourself, boy. Yeah, these things need to be. He's such a sweet cat. Most people wouldn't want a black cat, but I don't have a problem with them. They're just a cat.
There's a cat.
It's just a
I had
cat.
a black cat. He had a white belly. He had a white streak going right down his belly.
Not this one. He's all black.
He's all black. He's a black kitty. He's cute.
He's getting better about
miss
not
my cat.
bringing his claws out, and I just kind of squeeze his paws a little bit and tell him, hey, nope, don't do that. Nope. Just letting him know, hey, I'm not going to hurt you. You're my sweet
No,
boy.
that type, the type she has there, curves around the nail and it slices it from the right and the left at the same time,
Yeah.
which is a lot better for them because you could get down a little ways and not hurt them.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to get to the quick because that can be bad.
I have 2 black cats. I had 9 black cats at one time. Wow. They're just a cat. There's nothing
Yep.
special. There's nothing special about black cats, you know? They
I
tend
know.
to not let black cats be adopted during Halloween.
Halloween because the witches will use them for unspeakable things. Yeah. I know.
He is such a sweet kitty. Yes, you are. You're such a good boy. But yeah, he was an adult cat when we got him, and he's done pretty good. Yes, I kissed you.
Back. But he's not back. I don't see him in the cellar.
He's purring. Who's coming back?
Texas Raider says, I'm back.
I think he left for a little bit.
Yeah, he's watching another channel of something they're talking about, something going on in the Middle East, I guess. Or Russia or whatever.
iLive.
I try to avoid all that kind of stuff.
He's purring.
7.
Oh, the purring kitty.
7. There's the owner's manual to that iLife. I found out sometimes a 7-inch record can be a 33, a 45, or a 78. I've played some and they fit in that 7-inch area, and I switched them up to 78 and they played perfect. There is no given speed on records.
Do you
Well,
know what I think?
45s used to be this big.
Yeah.
78s were this big, and LPs were this big.
Yeah, well, I've got some 33s that are 7-inch.
They make them like that now?
Yeah.
Oh, Ronald,
Yes.
you're getting a little loud.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But it's really weird when you run up on them. I mean,
That's
you're playing
strange.
it, don't sound right, and then you up the speed or down the speed, and you get it. Hey, that's the way this one runs.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to love to put the 45s on super speed on 78 because they make everybody sound like chipmunks.
He was just saying, have a great night. I'm starting to get tired, Lori.
Yeah, I know, that's okay.
I gotta get to
I'm
bed.
gonna be hitting the sack pretty soon too.
Yeah.
So it was absolutely beautiful
Thank you.
visiting with you on your live and having you up on my live. I
Yeah.
appreciate it immensely.
Not a problem. You know, I figured, hey, you were over here, and then I seen that you went live, and I thought, hey, I got to come over here and support you too.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
You
it.
know, it's about spreading the love
Exactly.
around.
Yep. It's what we do. That's what I love about this whole community that we're involved in. There's so many good people. And they're always helping somebody that needs help with whatever. It's amazing, these people.
Well, it's kind of like Quint tonight gave me another blessing towards a car.
Oh, that's sweet.
You know, because all the money that's in my PayPal has not been used for shipping. None of it.
You're paying for the shipping.
Yeah.
We're paying for the shipping.
You know, just
Yeah.
kind of doing what we got to do to find a good car.
Yeah.
But it's
Wow.
Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. They live down southern Missouri, and they've been looking for me a car, and I gave them a area of how much I want to spend, and
I saw that. I saw you were
20,
chatting with
25
some.
2,500 at the most, you know, and things.
I don't remember whose live it was on, but I remember you talking about that.
I think it was Nancy's. I think it was hers when she went.
It might have been.
Live or some channel that I was talking about it that wanted to. You know, we just keep saving up the money. And I know I don't want an all-wheel drive car because they're expensive to work on. I want a front-wheel drive with either a 6 or a 4-cylinder.
Yep. Front-wheel drive. You can't beat a front-wheel drive.
No, you can't. you know, and
No, I love
I've owned
front wheel.
I've owned front wheel drive cars. I've owned rear wheel drive truck. I had a 2-wheel drive Chevy truck that even in the winter I was able to get out. Most people say, "Oh, you can't drive a 2-wheel drive in the winter." Oh, yes, you can. What do you think? What do you think gear 1 is for? You know?
No. You got to learn how to downshift.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's an automatic transmission. Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't put it down in the lower gear.
It's true. Oh, I was still able to get around with that 2-wheel drive truck that I had. Still able to. You know, people are like, "Oh, it's not 4-wheel drive." I said, "No, it's 2-wheel."
We used to get around on one rear wheel drive. So, you know, it's all in what you learn and how you do it. You got to learn how to use it. Once you learn how to use it, it's not a problem.
So true.
And up here, we get enough snow that it can be a pain in the butt to get through it, but my husband drove home from work in the blizzard of 78 with like 1.5 feet snow on the highway. And he said, I don't know how I got home. He said it was like somebody was pulling me because there were cars and trucks on, you know, pulled off on the side of the road that couldn't go anywhere. And he just kept going right down the middle of the road. It hadn't been plowed. The plows weren't even bothering with the plowing because it was snowing so hard and nobody else was on the road. But I mean, and this was like at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. He worked the second shift at the time, and thank God the guy that owned the company said, "Hey guys, we got to get out of here because this is not gonna be good because it's piling up really fast out there, and you got to get home." So he let him get out early, but he made it all the way through the highway, down the road until he got to the house, and he pulled in the driveway and his back end barely made it into the driveway before he got stuck and he couldn't go any further because there was a huge drift on the side where we used to park. And he just plowed his way into it, and that's where he left it. And the next morning, you couldn't even see it. All it was a hump in the snow.
Yeah, I can definitely remember snows like that when we lived in, our family lived in Utah.
Yeah, I bet. Yep. Anyway, you should be going to bed.
Yeah.
I know you're tired.
There we go. I gave you a thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't even
I appreciate it.
When I came in, I didn't even go to chat. I just came up on your stream without even saying anything. I figured, hey, I better write something in private because they don't know I'm there.
Oh, I didn't until the private chat window popped up, and it's like somebody's in private chat. And then I highlighted it, and it's like, oh, okay. And what I do is I minimize the laptop so that it makes the picture bigger, and it makes the chat and all the other stuff on the side smaller, because I have my chat on my other monitor,
Okay.
but my camera is still on the laptop, so I try to keep that, so I'm kind of looking at the laptop. So I had to hit Control plus plus to try and make it bigger so I could see who was in the basement. I said, "Where's Rebecca?"
Yes, Chris. Good night. I know you're not going to bed. You like the late night crew, and
Yeah, he's probably still on his other channel watching what's going on wherever it is he's looking at.
well, I'm going to say good night to everyone. And my brother, I know he wants to get on the computer so he can do his emails and stuff. And I do mine on my phone, and then, and things like that. So I'm going to say good night, everyone. Have a great night.
Night. Thanks a bunch.
You're welcome.
Love ya. God bless. Okay. Did you go? Did Peter leave, or was he saying goodnight to somebody else? I haven't used it yet, but I bought a special wrap to burrito wrap cats. Ah, yeah, I'm supposed to be able to kick out of it like they can with a towel. Oh, yeah. I've tried that with a towel. Their little claws can go right through the towel. I thought you were. I don't know if anybody else is left out there. I think Amy went to bed. Troy, you are a lucky man to go through all that and then have this surgery that helped get you more back to normal. But don't push it. Let yourself heal. I thought you were still there. Either that or you fell asleep. Because I know that happens every now and then. Oh, you should have been sleeping hours ago, Heather. I'm close to sleep. To slop. Yeah, I figured that, Chris. I think I'm probably gonna hit the sack so I can actually go to bed early and end up being able to get up early. I actually got a decent night's sleep last night, so that was good. A couple of nights ago, I got like 3 hours sleep. That was not good. I was yawning all day long. And I sat here to start watching people's lives. I was yawning all the time. That's never a good thing. All right, guys. I'm going to shut it down. so you guys can all go to sleep or go and do whatever other things you want to do. Hello, Kevin. I didn't realize you were there, or you just popped in. You too, Troy. Get some sleep. Good night, Chris. Have fun monitoring your situation, whatever it is, in the far, far, far aways. Oh, you just popped in. Okay. We were just getting ready to close it down because everybody's fallen asleep or off to do other things. And it was just us hardliners that are up all night that were still hanging around. Good night, Kevin. Good night, Chris. Good night, Troy. I love you all. Good night, Heather. Go to sleep. And with that, good night. God bless. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.